Hi everyone, welcome back to Lone Star Mountaineer. In this video we're going to be making strawberry jam and canning it for the winter months. This recipe is a really easy one to follow. All you need is fresh strawberries, sugar, and some lemon juice. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We hope you enjoy the video. The first thing we're going to do is wash and rinse our strawberries.
Right now we're taking our strawberries, getting the tops cut off of them. Need to get them diced up into smaller pieces, so we're going to be using this little contraption that we got off of Amazon. Makes pretty short work of cutting them into smaller pieces. So once we get all these cut up into smaller pieces, we're going to take and move them to a bigger flat bottom bowl so we can smash them out before we move them to the pot to start cooking them.
Okay, now that we have our strawberries all diced up, we're going to smash them a good bit and then put them on the stove.
Now that we've got our berries crushed up, we're going to be adding 4 cups into our pot. We're also going to mix this with 4 cups of sugar. This recipe can be scaled up, just 4 and 4 as you go along to however much you want to make. So we're going to end up with 9 cups of crushed berries. So we're going to put in 9 cups of sugar and get that started to heat up. We're going to slowly heat it up until all the sugar's dissolved, and then we'll bring it up to, I believe, 200 degrees or 220 degrees. 7, 8, 9. We've got our 9 cups of sugar stirred and mixed in now, and we're getting ready to add a half a cup of lemon juice. It calls for a 1/4 cup per 4 cups of berries and sugar, and we're going with 2 batches on this run, so we're going to do a half a cup. Here we are, bringing everything up to a slow boil. We don't want to cook it too fast, but once we get it up and all the sugar's dissolved, I'm going to bring it to a rolling boil. I'm going to be using my digital thermometer to track it. We want to make sure that we don't go around 220 degrees is what we're going to be aiming for. Once we get it up there, we're going to let it boil for about 10 minutes, give or take, and then we're going to do a test on a saucer to see how much water is left in it. Now we've got it coming up to a good strong boil. Just giving it a stir every once in a while. And we're also checking it with our digital thermometer. Holding about 215. Here we are, about 30 minutes into the rolling boil. We've been scooping off a little bit of the foam that's been forming on the edges, but now you can also tell by the boil it's starting to thicken up to the point where we want it to be. Going off our digital thermometer, we're at about 217.5 to up to 18.3. So just a few more minutes and we should hit that 220 mark that we're looking for, and then we're going to start ladling it out into our pint jars that we've got. On a side note, while we've been waiting for this to come up the temperature, we've got our sterilized jars going in some hot water so that they're up the temperature, so when we ladle in our hot jam that we're not going to shatter any jars. Our jam's now reached our 220 degree mark, so I'm giving it a little stir here with my ladle. And now the fun part, just slowly ladling this in. And as I've mentioned, our jars have already been preheated. We're gonna ladle these full, just up to the neck. And then we'll put our rings and lids on. So this little guy just needs a touch more. And that there is good. Having two people makes this job a lot easier because while I'm filling the jars, Hannah is getting the jars, the empty jars, out of the hot water bath canner for me. All right, now we've migrated all of our jars into the hot water bath. We're gonna bring this up to a rolling boil. Once it reaches rolling boil, we'll process it for 10 minutes. All right, and here we are finished up. We got 7 pints of finished jam, and that's out of 6 pounds of strawberries. Thanks for watching, have a great day.